In our last video, we ran our first C program. Let's see what happens behind the scene when we click on run. Whenever we click on run, there are two processes which are happening. First compile and second run. In the compilation process, there are several steps. Let's look at them. So first, you will write your C program in a file which will have an extension of .c. So when you write a program of C, the file has an extension of .c, right? When we click on compile, first all the statements with hash symbols are resolved. So what happens? Whenever we write hash include stdio.h, all the code which is written in stdio.h will be brought to our file and will be replaced by the line hash include stdio.h. So the line hash include stdio.h will get removed and the code in stdio.h, the code which is written in the header file, will get replaced in our file. After this, there is an intermediate file generated. The extension of the file is .i. From .i, the code is converted to an assembly code. Okay. Now what happens? All the syntax and semantic checks and assembly instructions are generated at this step. So we get a file hello.s which contains our assembly code. This assembly code is converted to a machine code and the file is converted into hello.o. It is an object file, .o file. This is a machine code which we can't understand. Once we have the machine code, now it's time to link all the library files which are required to successfully compile the program. In our program, we used printf. Now the definition of printf is present in a library file named libc.so. From that file, we can find the definition of printf. That file is linked with our object file and we get our executable file which is hello.exe. Now to repeat the step, I will show you the screenshot of each kind of file while I explain it again. Right. So first we will write our C program. Here, as soon as we click on run, all the statements starting with hash symbols are resolved and .i file is generated. This .i file is converted to human readable assembly file which is .s file. At this step, all the syntax and semantic checks happen and assembly instructions are generated. Now .s file is converted to machine code and .o file is generated. After this, all the definitions are pulled from C standard library, like printf is resolved from a library named libc.so as I told you, and .o file is converted to executable file like .exe. After the exe file is generated, it runs and gives the output.